Greetings, Earth. Back with another video. Gonna be talking about the things that I see on Earth. Before I start, it's funny how I see that it looks like my face. It's kind of like one side is down. It's not. It's my beard. It's all screwed up. I'm not doing it, so it's kind of looks like I'm like this, but I'm not really. I'm like that. So, anyways, guys. I'm talking to myself. I keep forgetting saying you guys because I'm used to talking to different videos. But as I'm traveling, reminding you that I'm traveling now, I'm going to make a further trip right now. And as I see humans are trying to judge my sexuality and for the research that I do every day to try to survive, because I doubted that they might kill me or actually murder me around other people. But that's the plan, because what I see in the research is like this. One guy gets raped when he's younger, and then society work in his life. They pretend he doesn't exist, but they use, it's not, there's a lot of them out there. I seen it. Some of them came to me, told me stories of their private life. Some of them confessed things to me, really serious things that I keep to myself. It's not worth to tell the world. Why am I gonna tell people secret into the world? The media sometimes hack those secrets, and then we get blamed for it. We never said it, but the media hack it somehow. One time when I was first trying to understand, the things from life, I was in Craigslist, so I learned that there is organized crime, that they study our vocabulary, they copy our signature, they copy our voice, and then they talk to our lover ones, our family and people, and so on. They try to place organized crime through email. I could sit here all day and tell you like how many scams I know that people do. One, I will look bad with crime, and whenever I need it, and they will be like, "Oh, this guy is a snitch," so I don't like to talk about it. But I think that you should understand that it's not everything it's me that do. For example, what I speak about, it's the things that get closer to my life. For example, I know that society and human beings, they rape a guy, and then they try to make him, if he's very smart, he will try to reach evolution. If he's not, he will become a autist, and he will be a women's puppet or a children's puppet. Children, they are now born all evil. They become evil after a while with women. After they spend some time with women, then they will become evil. Then men will fight, not all men, because some men threats them and then they get the message, so they quit. So they need to get puppets to bug every day, to harass and to sex harass, to stalk, to spy. That's what children and women do every day, single day, 24/7 a day. That's what they do. So they need to create homosexuals, transvestites, bisexuals, men afraid, men on the run, men on the road, men cornered, men. So that's why society moves the whole system of Christianity by threatening men, by cornering men. The whole system of the earth work with each other. Pastors work with criminals to push their old Christians that once thought that they were converted to Christianity, but they weren't. So now Christians are trying to, not now, they've been doing this for a long time. They try to implement Islam ways into Christianity, that if you become Christian, you can never give up. So you might even give up and live as a non-Christian, but they will make your life live in hell. In Islam, they might even kill you. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's for sure, but that's what I heard. If you become a Muslim, you can go back. So Christians try to do the same as life pressure. Without church, it's very difficult to live. I live without church, and it's very hard for me. It's not only because you become a Christian that you have to go in church. It's the society, community, it's the service that you out of service, you out of connection, you out of like you really not you out of touch. In my case, it's different because every church that I attempt, they put one bigger guy than me, a guy that studied the same majors that I tried to study, a guy that studied myself as a major so that he can block me in any kind of ways. If I try to approach a woman, he'll block me. If I try to approach a woman for as my girlfriend, he will show up with like a futuristic car that they just give it to him. If I try to pray for a woman to get married, he is going to be fucking her behind my back, and the whole church will know and they will hide it from me because I don't have that kind of voice to kind of show the world what church and society and the government do and not capable of. And even if I get that kind of word or voice out there in the world, the government get corrupted because church and all this big companies or government organized crime or whatever it is, it will corrupt you. Will say, no, this guy is wrong, and somehow you gotta join us, and we all gotta be against him. They use me to what I see on the research is that they needed a guy that worshiped children. Then in the time frame of his life, society, there's women that they study the mind, psychologists, they are doctors, they're all kind of experts on the human body, especially the brain. Then they take over your body and then they will repeat that. I'm telling you this because they will repeat it. Probably will be movies about it after I pass away. Will be all types of things about this. Women, they take over, not only women, but men and women and homosexuals and all the people out there, especially Afro-descendants. They take over your body because why? Because these people, they have bubbles and their bubbles need to be visited. And to be visited, they need to make people struggle so that to make people struggle, people cannot be successful. So that's why they destroy people's life through their entire life. They don't work towards making life comfortable to everyone. They want to make everyone feel uncomfortable so that you're always looking for them, and they're always in needed. We are always in need of them. For example, in my case, they cut my supply of women and sex and friendship and all that. They're trying to make me used to live in a life that I have to accept that I don't need any friends, I don't need any women. So then society, it isolated me in some way that I have to eventually hit the books or the internet in order to satisfy myself or in order to think about what I'm going to do with my future. Since that I am this lucky guy that they put me into this type of life. Then society hit me really bad with children, women, homosexuals, and Afro-descendants. These people are the less visited ones. I know myself for a fact. I know where life is going to go because I spent a lot. I didn't got a degree or anything, but I spent a lot of time making my own research why they did what they did to me. Why would they choose me? What is it about me that's so special they have to pick one guy out of like the entire planet? They choose me over like murderers, criminals, drug dealers, rapers, people that murdered mass of families, entire families. They choose me to crucify me, like spiritually speaking, to put me in a spot of a crucifixion out of anyone else in the world. I read books and things of people that had disasters in their life. The government came and helped them out. The special agents show up and help them. The Harvard specialists come and ask, what was your experience in life? What can we do to help you out? People that survived like times. I remember when I used to used to sleep mentally back in the day. I used to smoke one cigarette out of one after another. Now that I quit, I know why they did what they did to me, because they want me to speak. They want me to preach it for free. They want me to tell people testimony of my entire life. Then when I finish the video, when I go sit in front of a TV, they start talking about what I just spoke as if I wasn't there. They start talking about my privacy. Children, they're trying to understand adults' lecturings, and they are bugging and they're stalking my behind all the time. Children, you're not even supposed to speak to adults. You're supposed to be in school. If you're not in school, you should call some different adults' attention, and the adult should find the proper authorities to put you in the school or to take you out of your asshole family and take you away to a family that will put you in school. You're not gonna make it by just studying my behind to learn how to lecture or try to be cool on your square draw, whatever cartoon that you think that just because you learn some big words you can shout adults with your bad attitude. No, you're not gonna make it. You're just a kid. By the time when you graduate high school, if you make it, and when you start attempting college, what's like this: if you make high school, you're gonna be a nerd. If you don't make high school, and if you just attempt like far distance college, you're gonna be a nerd anyways, because if you be a tough guy, you end up gonna be just doing fights and street fights or mixed martial arts, and then you're gonna be a bad boy. You're trying to copy me to try to keep balance, but the only thing you study about me is my behind. And then you blame Sticks, because it's a subject that human beings, they use of the crimes that they done back in the day. Then they try to trick my mind to respond, my body to respond to whenever you call the word truth. There's a lot of more work to do behind this. Otherwise, I would just like spread what the like literally black and white to you what you do. I don't want to free school you because you don't deserve. But the whole thing, you see, every time I say truth, you send the thoughts provoking to me, and then my throat gets swollen, and something happens. That's my cortex reacting to the frightening that you try to make a mark that back in the day. When you were first attacking me, I did not know where the thoughts were coming from. Now I know, because every time you create bugs on people. Whenever you wanna try, you say you're lecturing people. You're not lecturing. You don't even know anything. How can you lecture anybody? So you're trying to lecture people. Then you create bugs on people's minds so that you can, whenever you try to speak the word truth or they or stick or behind or but, whatever concept of the crime that you're trying to create into me or any other person, then you're trying to make bugs on my cortex so that my body respond automatically to you in a conversation between you and my cortex, which in psychics, they are trying to make into my subconscious. They're trying to, that's what homosexuals do. Now, all of them, some homosexuals, they just be homosexual. They're just trying to be themselves and trying to trick men into falling in love with them. And many of them still have the dream that they can do that to me. They try all kind of things. They give orders to best friends like, I want this guy extremely poor, until the time when he started begging me for help. I had homosexuals corner me in all kind of ways. I know them as like the palm of my hand. It's just, I grow up running away from them. It's just a thing that is there, and it's an organized crime between men, women, homosexuals, and children. They do this every single generation, I think, because they only like fresh meat. They don't like to repeat their partners. In the Bible, explain that homosexual, you should just, you see, there you go, I'm teaching you again for free. But there you have it. In the Bible say that you should either get married and get out of people's way, or you just become man again. You have to decide. You can't just be gay and work on the world to prepare a world for Babylon, that you just lie and then you get everyone to trust you and trust you and think that your way is the only way, that we all should be gay, we all should be like minding people's behind, that this is fine. The crimes that you've done to me or to any other person, all they're left behind, man, the lonely, the singularities that you tricking people for, it's the truth. It's not. You should get married, get a partner. If you're gonna be gay, get a real partner, get married, get out of people's way. If you're feeling like you're becoming more feminine, go through your experience, go through your it's called I forgot how it's called. It's like the butterfly phenomenon. Then become a woman. Then later on, I don't care what you do with your dick. If you want to cut it, if you want to put it behind, what, I don't care. I don't want to be rude, because there's a lot of sweet gay people out there. Rich, sweet. Some of them are the best friends. They're nice. Don't want to offend them. But there's a lot of people that are stupid. You should read more before you try to change your sex. Otherwise, you keep bugging people. I had an ex-gay man. Have you seen an ex-gay man behind? Have you spoke to an ex-gay man before? It's very sad to see him struggling. It's sad. I've seen it. I spoke to him many times. I've seen him in the metro, everywhere. It's sad because he's struggling with his personality. And it's sad because I know what a person goes through. And I know the memo. I know the memo, why they do this and why they start doing this. You know, there's a thing on our mind that we do, and comes from again. I'm gonna open a university to teach people how not to stalk others or to bug or to harass people, but I won't use the specific words and be very honest and legit as if I was speaking to a lover or a best friend. But there's a thing that people stimulate each other's butthole. And this, it becomes a virus now. It's spreading throughout life now. A lot of cops know, a lot of people know, a lot of children, women, men, they all know about it. And they all use differently. I read that Socrates, I don't know if it's Socrates, I think it's Socrates or Aristoteles. He died because of that. The public killed him because of that. Because he used to lecture his students really wrongly. So you better pay attention. Not everyone likes that. A lot of people like, and they think that they're gonna make it by trying to convert everyone to like that and accept that. Not all men like it, because especially myself, I wasn't born with it. It's not that I'm not used to, roll with it. It's just that wasn't there when I was born, wasn't there when I first started trying to make life. I lived, like, let's say I lived like maybe 30 years without it. Now I got to understand. After I start doing it, I'm like, what is this that I'm feeling? What the hell is this? What is this? What is this thing in my body? What is this in my body? What is all this calling thing? I thought first, I was like, oh my God, the Holy Spirit is speaking to me. Shit, I'm trying to understand. So the research tells me what it is, and I know what it is now. But you should not use it. You should not be that way. You should not try to understand why you're gay or why your child is certain ways. You should get help. You should go back to school. You should find, if you go back to school, here's what's gonna happen. You're not gonna have time to be lecturing my body. You're not gonna have time to be minding my past or minding where my ex-wife is or where she's jumping in Hawaii's beach, being naked on the beach, or whatever deal she's doing for pornography, or whatever when she's going to be retired from United Airlines, whatever. You're not going to have time for that, because you're going to get caught up by your major, and then you're going to have competition in your own major. Then you have to follow up. You're trying to make a buck out of me, out of my struggles, and then you're spreading my privacy throughout life, because you only hate gay people and blacks and people with body defect. Let me tell you about body defect. If you have a body defect, if you are exceptional, we call it special, but in Brazil, in popular, they call retarded. There's many ways to pronounce the word retarded. There's a lot of guys that are retarded. We call douchebags retardeds. Douchebags, it's a guy that he thinks it's just because he's do martial arts and he has like he's just a douchebag. He has a contract with the police. If you hit him, he can hit you. Nothing happens. He can bully you around, push you around, nothing happens. But if you hit him, if you punch him, or if you actually knock him out, the police pop up out of nowhere and they write something about you saying that you tried to kill that man. Then they put a mark in your life once again. Whenever next time when you get in trouble, that because you are marked, you are light in the world, and then they want to persecute you. They want to pressure you to preach it for free. They want to pressure you to teach them, schooling them for free. That's why assholes from fake school, fake police, fake governments, that's why they do what they do, because they want to separate you from society. You're just one point, one black point in a white wall. No one want to help you because they want to, every single person, maybe even your mother, want to just use you for information. Your neighbors, they do traffic information about your privacy. When you're taking shit, neighbors are telling, oh, he's in the bathroom. Then a bisexual, a gay man, neighbor that he's in love with your shit, he'll make noise to tell you, oh, I know you're shitting. Because in his world, this is lost. He's like, wow, I know when you shit. Oh, shit, this is awesome. I know you like to shit at an afternoon, huh? It's like, that's their world is like that. The Brazilian neighbors of mine, they have different offices that they go to talk about me. They go to mind my family's financial binary, how much my mom makes, where I get my clothes from, where they study each other's life. They don't get together and try to make a network. For example, I have a website. My website offered like zillions, infinite opportunities for entire planet. And I can't get attention of my own small little neighborhood because they're not set like myself. They're not set. What we're living right now, I already lived. For example, right now I'm traveling. I'm trying to travel. You see, I was going to talk about San Francisco and the beauty of the United States. I can't. Why? Because I have like bugs in Brazil. So every time I try to live my life, the bugs from ghetto and favela and black people and gays and crooked people, people with body defect, people with Down syndrome and all that, they push me back. They're like, oh, we got that bug, remember? And I'm like, okay, so I have not to be rude. I have to acknowledge that, and then they get acknowledged in life. I find that unfair. I think you see, there's many guys that they were in a wheelchair. They were extremely famous. You don't have to make a bug or hurt someone. I think that even the hemorrhoids are manipulated by humans. I remember that when I was first getting to know human beings, things would show in my body as in a message from like society. I'll be like, damn, these people study the food that you're gonna eat, and they know where a bump will show on your body. They know where a pimple might. They can make a pimple show on your body in a specific place. They work with each other to show you things. It's very hard to explain how precise society and organized crime and the software of life simulation is. You might never understand how soft and how thick the system to work. Imagine when you look at a person, the man is like strong, he's like a runner, he's like a masculine, big, buff man. That's why they rape men, so that men can never speak about it. Then they were like, oh, you did this. But imagine a masculine man, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm a woman. He shocked the world. I'm a woman. I just want to change. And then he shows as a woman. That's what society does. It's a scary how society. I remember when they were doing this to me, and I'll be like, holy shit, thinking to myself, like talking to myself, holy shit, they're trying to make me convert into homosexual. One day I was in the gym. I'm not supposed to talk about because I screwed that business. But I was in the gym, like struggling all the time. There was guys in my face. I'm like, well, fake policeman. The gym was full of police working out around me and studying me and staring at me and being in my face, pushing me around, trying to dropping weights on me, trying to create fights so that I would get in trouble. There's always police trying to get me in trouble, to try to stuck me in Brazil, to try to set me down in somewhere so that they can suck like whatever information that I study about from me. That's their plan, especially short men. They want to make you settle so that they can live the possibilities that you can reach out. Especially a woman, if you have one, if you fooling yourself, think like, okay, I trust my woman 100%. I lived with her for several years. We have like 20 years married. If you think that she's not a part of Fidelity Bank, you're fooling yourself. All neighbors are a spy. All neighbors are a sex harassment. If you're in Brazil, you will never understand, because their concept is to create taboo into others' life. It's to create like taboo, self-concern, and so on. I gotta go because the video is gonna be too long. Take care.